This episode is brought to you by Bumble. So, you want to find someone you're compatible with, specifically someone who's ready for a serious connection, totally open to having kids in the future, is a tall, rock-climbing Libra, and loves rom-coms with vegan pizzas on Tuesdays just as much as you do. Bumble knows that you know exactly what's right for you. So whatever it is you're looking for, Bumble's features can help you find it. Date now on Bumble.
If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
In Dallas, Texas, 3 shots were fired at President Kennedy's motorcade in downtown Dallas.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you, sir?
Because people have got to know whether or not their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got.
If you don't like what we tell you to believe in, we'll kill you.
All right, kids. Listen. Don't listen to this podcast.
Don't listen to this.
If you're not of age.
What's of age?
18.
So 16?
18. We're a bunch of dudes, and we're going to say some really bad words.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Conspiracy Podcast.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's up, guys?
Hope you're having a swell day.
Lovely Tuesday.
We have a good episode for you guys tonight. This is brought to you by one of our huge, massive supporters.
One of our rich guys.
Of us.
Yes.
Of me and Sean.
Yeah, well, he knows. He knows it's just me and Jorge.
So if you guys don't know, we have a Patreon. And in that Patreon, if you reach the top level, it's called the rich person status.
Yes.
As a perk of that rich person status, you get to select your own episode topic.
Yes. That we have to do, unless it's ridiculous.
Yeah, if it's absurd,
if it's absurd, we'll tell you to
no
change
content,
it.
la la la. We'll say, well, maybe not. You know, like our bird's real or something.
Yeah, but we have not said no yet.
Yeah,
No,
that's true.
We have not said no
that's
yet.
That's true.
So this one's for Ashton.
This one's for Ashton. Ashton has
Shout out to Ashton.
Yeah, Ashton has been supporting us for quite a while, and this was his desired episode, and it is on the Clinton body count.
It's gonna be a good one. Because that shit is large.
So, so thanks again, Ashton. I know you prefer Sean and Jorge over Eric, but whatever. We don't have to talk about that.
My guy.
Yeah. He's not a big fan of Eric.
Well, who is?
Yeah.
Technically, we're not either, Ashton, but
We love him, but we hate him. He's like, you know,
Okay, so, and when I say the Clinton body count, now this is not Eric not liking the Clintons. This is actually what the conspiracy is called.
No, it is.
So
wait,
it's,
you don't like the Clintons?
No, I'm not saying I do or I don't. This is an impartial
Yeah, it's like
episode.
no comment.
Yeah. This is an impartial episode. But I'm just saying, because I know we're going to get a little bit of like, oh,
Flack.
this is not fair, you know, la la la. But it's
Biased opinion.
But the conspiracy is called, it's like Pizzagate is called Pizzagate.
Yeah, this is called.
This is called the Clinton body count.
So we're just doing what we're told. Like this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
This is what we have
exactly.
to do.
Exactly. All right. So the Clinton body count is a conspiracy theory alleging that the former U.S. president and hopeful president,
Not anymore.
the former U.S. President Bill Clinton and his wife, former U.S. Secretary of State Hillary, and former running for, what do you call that?
Former presidential candidate?
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Orchestrated the murders of political opponents, often staged as suicides, with as many as 50 victims that are connected to the Clintons.
It's a little weird. I mean, I've looked into this a little bit. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
You know, this is what we talked about last. Like, what was it? I think it was the Brittany Murphy episode. Yeah, we were talking about like, if there's too many coincidences, it's like, it becomes like, okay.
No, I'm glad you brought that up. That is exactly what this episode is all about.
It's like it's just too
There's
many.
not really a lot of evidence.
If you work for them, you
coincidence.
commit suicide.
Yeah, but it's like always that dude who's always getting into a fight at the bar. and it's not his fault.
It's the dude's fault.
But it's not his fault.
Or it's like, like people with terrible job history. Like, I've had 10 jobs in 8 years. Like, it's the boss. It's his asshole. I'm like, maybe
exactly.
you're the asshole.
So, but there was a congressional record in 94, and it noted that the originator of the list of body count, Linda Thompson, admitted she had no direct ties and evidence that actually linked the Clintons' involvement. However, she suggested the deaths might be linked to efforts to control the president without specifying further. Meaning...
So it's all speculatory.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And so in this episode, it's going to be a little different. Usually we'd go over the story and the history, and then 1947, we go back, and this is childhood, and he was abused. But it's not really going to be that way. We're going to go over the stories.
Yeah.
Like, get straight to it.
I mean, honestly, I have 20. These are 20 people who died that people say are linked to
the Clintons. Okay.
Yeah. So kind of...
We'll just piece it.
We'll see how it goes. Yeah. Okay. These allegations began in 94 with the release of something called the Clinton Chronicles. And it was a film by Larry Nichols and promoted by Reverend Jerry Falwell. I don't know if you've heard of Jerry Falwell.
Not a one time.
Pretty famous in the
religious community, I guess?
Kind of like on the radio.
Oh, okay.
Kind of guy. A little in that kind of vein. I mean, there's way more to it, and I'm sure I'll get an email about that. But, you know, just to give you a quick...
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. So they accused Bill Clinton of various crimes, including murder. Other supporters of the theory include Newsmax CEO Christopher Rudy, former President Donald Trump, also... not threatened, but kind of alluded to.
Oh, like some.
Oh yeah, what's that? Like, yeah, exactly. What's going on there? Why is he dead?
And it was probably in the debates.
I was gonna say,
correct.
Was this recent, like 2016?
Yes.
I'm sorry, but man, those debates were so fire. I was never so hyped about like political stuff. Those debates were the best.
I wish he wouldn't have opted out.
Dude, those debates were the shit.
Internally within the U.S., they were popcorn.
Literally fuego. I was like, I cannot wait for a debate.
I know. I really did get into politics.
That was the only time I've ever been super into it. I was like, I cannot wait.
Yeah. It was like Tuesday night. I was like, I gotta watch this. I don't know.
It's the best.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you say that, like, in the U.S., because didn't somebody comment on our Discord? They're like, nobody knows about this shit overseas. Like, only you guys.
No, well, I also, during this time, I was traveling a lot internationally, and people would always be like, what the fuck is going on in the U.S.? And they just didn't quite get it. It was like a reality show.
No, of course, because they're seeing it from like a third-party perspective, and they're not like in it.
Yeah.
And we're like, ooh. Yeah. I mean, it was like and it was pretty much like the real world presidential election.
Yeah. No, absolutely it was. However, just because we also cover the other side of this, there are numerous sources that have discredited the theory or say they discredited the theory, including that congressional record, which was a small investigation done. A couple newspapers, Chicago Tribune, the Lakeland Ledger. I don't know why.
Whatever.
I hope that's not not Florida Ledger.
I know, it's like there's 60 people reading that fucking publication.
But they pointed to detailed death records and the fact that you're a president. You know everybody.
Oh, for sure.
So the odds are...
I guess like you're like
the odds are you're connected somehow?
You're connected to millions of people.
Yeah.
You're connected to thousands of business people. Bad things happen.
Yeah.
And guess what's that thing that's like the 7 degrees or separation? It's
exactly.
like when you have that many
7
lines.
or 6?
I don't know.
7.
Okay.
I mean, it's 8. I don't know, like 20. I'm not a man. I think I'm a philosopher here.
That reminded me of who does an ab workout in 6 minutes? Nobody. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that about?
There's something.
I remember
about
that
Mary.
line.
Oh, there's something about Mary.
Oh, yeah.
I created something that's called 6 minute abs.
6 minute abs.
But what if somebody comes out with 5 minute abs?
5 minute
No.
abs.
Nobody works out in 5 minutes.
6 minute abs.
Anyway, sorry. But so in 1994, Citizens for Honest Government, which is an organization, released the Clinton Chronicles, and it featured commentary by Larry Nichols, Jerry Falwell, and they suggested that Clinton's involvement in the various deaths, including somebody by the name of Vince Foster. And we're going to go over Vince Foster shortly. But there was this list created, and it was the Clinton body count, coincidence, or the kiss of death. And that list consisted of 24 people, and that was compiled by Linda Thompson. So some people say 50, some people say 24. I actually could only come up with 18.
Okay.
So, it's in that range. And some of them are super thin.
I can imagine.
I mean,
trust me, like
Kobe's on it.
okay.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a little bit of
That's
I
right.
know.
Let's
So we're gonna
get into it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
So
get into it.
We'll get into a couple.
We'll get
of
into
these,
it.
yeah, but I'm just letting you know.
Are you gonna get
there's
into it?
I'm gonna get into it a little bit later.
But how into it are you going to get into? Like,
Okay, so one of the biggest ones though is Don Henry and Kevin Ives.
oh, so it's a twofer.
Yeah, it's a twofer. Okay, Don Henry and Kevin Ives, two teenagers from Arkansas. Now, keep in mind, do you remember where Clinton's from?
He's from Arkansas.
Little Rock.
Yeah,
That's
he's
Yeah,
Arkansas,
Little Rock.
baby.
He was governor, right? Okay, so keep that in mind. Yeah.
Okay.
They were found dead on August 23rd, 1987. Initially, their deaths were controversial and they were ruled as accidental, but their bodies were discovered on railroad tracks.
Oh, were they get run over, or just that they were just already dead?
Unknown.
Oh, weird.
Wow.
Okay.
The original examiner concluded accidental death. So here are some of the details of how they died.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so around 4 a.m. on August 23rd, 1987, the bodies of 16-year-old Don Henry and Kevin Ives were hit by a freight train.
Oh, so they were actually hit.
That's what we
Oh,
think.
the bodies. The bodies.
Yes, they were
Okay,
hit
yeah.
in the town of Alexander, Arkansas. They were laying on the tracks. The locomotive engineer engaged the brakes while blowing the horn, but the train could not stop in time and rolled over the bodies.
Damn.
That's the worst.
So apparently the original autopsy was like, this is an accident and they were rolled over by a train.
I mean,
Right?
first of all, it's never like if they're laying on the tracks, it's not accidental. They
Yeah.
either were laying there on purpose,
Suicide?
or they were,
But together?
maybe they're like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, homie, let's do it.
Yeah, like fuck.
Yeah,
it.
like,
life sucks.
Well, then
Gina
back to you,
Davis.
that wouldn't be accidental.
No, it wouldn't be
a
accident. It'd be on
suicide.
purpose. Yeah.
But here's where the conspiracy really fucking goes.
It's like
The second autopsy, which they exhumed the bodies.
Yeah.
Determined
What's left of him, I guess?
Determined that Henry had been stabbed in the back,
oh, he was stabbed.
and Kevin's skull may have been crushed prior to being run over by the locomotive.
How would they know if it was like it was crushed now, but
Yeah.
might have been crushed prior?
I mean, maybe if you found
Oh, like if there's like an exact like a hammer mark like on the back of
or
his
like
head.
a rawling from a bat.
I
don't know. I-
Oh,
you
that's
know
what you mean
I
by crushed.
lose a slugger.
Yeah. So they were initially, ruled as an accident.
I'm also not a medical doctor, so
Yeah,
like, I
I
really don't
know.
have like
So-
the best intel.
The result of the boys being in a deep sleep on the tracks, being incapacitated because they were high on THC.
Oh, okay, first of all, no.
Okay.
No, it's never not a
But-
one time
but-
have I ever
and
been
just-
incapacitated.
To the point where you're going to lay on the track.
But during the second, pulling the body up and doing another autopsy, it was found that there was a stab wound in his shirt.
Okay. Oh, and the shirt, not even his body.
Yeah. Well, his body's so mangled, he got run over by a train.
That's a really good point.
Yeah,
that's
he
a
got
good
run
point.
over by a train.
Okay, it's a little sketch though. A little sketch.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, that's case closed. That's not sketch. Like,
so
Clinton.
so this narrative
Solved.
this narrative was propagated in the Clinton Chronicles, which accused the Clintons of being involved in this suspicious death, and there was an ongoing.
But my thing is
debate,
like, okay, like if
and,
on this specific one, it's he's the guy. He's so like removed from it. How do they know he was on the take?
I know.
From these drugs. Like
And they're teenagers. They're
can
under 18.
I can understand if like they did find some drugs and like the drug people were like, kill him.
This
for him.
shift sparked theories regarding foul play, and conspiracy theorists, supported by Linda, the mom, speculated that the boys had stumbled upon a drug drop from an airplane,
Oh shit! And they're like, oh, we're about to be rich.
of which it was tied to operations led by Barry Seal, who was a drug trafficker.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. So the allegations suggested that during Bill Clinton's tenure as Arkansas governor, he profited from the drug smuggling activities at Mena Airport, and he covered up the circumstances of the death to be accidental instead of that they stumbled upon an airdrop and then they were killed.
Okay, but is there any like?
I know.
Did they like get like flight records or something like?
Oh, yeah.
That makes
So
sense.
that's the theory, is
but
that-
like Clinton being the governor, be like, yeah.
Here's the theory.
No witnesses.
The theory
Take
is
them out.
the theory is that they were smoking weed, they fell asleep,
Found some drogas.
or whatever, and they stumbled upon an airdrop full of drugs.
in the middle
they
of
fell asleep
in the middle of
first?
Arkansas.
Unknown, yeah, in Arkansas near the airport, right? and then they were killed, and then somebody put their bodies
Just
on
like
the
threw
tracks.
their bodies on the track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of which, then it states in the Clinton Chronicles, basically, that Clinton hushed it up because...
he was the husher. He wasn't like the doer.
No,
he was the
hushed
husher.
it up
yeah.
because he was helping basically move the drugs.
I see.
Well, he was more like the politician.
Yeah,
who
he was the guy. He was like the inside man.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go.
Okay.
This one's super loose.
Yes, super loose.
I mean, is
I know.
it possible? Yes.
But the
probable?
mom,
I don't know.
But the mom is on board.
Well, of course she's on board. Her
of
kid
course.
got killed.
Yeah.
I'd fucking be on board too. Like, I would totally be on board. But like, I need heads to roll. Like, fucking...
So there you go. That's
Okay.
2 murders. Yeah.
Next.
Next is Victor Razor II, and he was a significant figure in American politics, particularly known for his role as the National Finance Co-Chairman for Bill Clinton's presidential campaign.
Oh shit. Okay.
Razor's involvement in politics, particularly high ranking within Clinton's campaign, underscored his influence and importance with the Democratic circles.
See, this is good. Like this is real connection.
Yeah.
Like motherfucker was talking to Clinton on like the daily.
they were homies.
Yeah, like they were like together.
He was basically the key fundraiser.
Oh yeah, he's got the cash, and you know he's talking to the guy with the cash.
No, he's the guy getting the cash.
No, I'm saying like
okay.
If this guy's bringing the money in, Clinton's fucking talking to him.
Yeah,
100%.
He played a vital role in shaping the financial strategy of his bid for presidency.
Oh yeah, they were homies for sure. They were having dinners together. 100%.
So Razor's life was cut short in a tragic plane crash on July 30th, 1992, alongside his son and 4 other people in the
Oh
plane.
fuck.
Damn.
Razor perished when the aircraft they had chartered for a fishing trip crashed near Dillingham, Alaska.
Oh fuck.
The National Transportation Safety Board ruled the crash as an accident. Then conspiracy theories started boiling to the top, implicating the Clintons, saying, "Get rid of him."
I mean, that's actually more. This is more plausible than the train track one in my
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Do we
So-
know?
so
do-
the
like what?
I know.
Yeah, like, what did he
know?
know? Like,
what
what-
caused the
Just so
fucking,
you know,
like money
just so
embezzlement
you
or some
know,
shit?
These 18 examples are a little loose.
I mean, they're like a little.
Yeah.
It's a lot of loose.
Meaning there's no, we said it at the beginning, there's no like,
concrete, like
Clinton
something.
was there getting drunk with him.
I know.
And then he left.
With the boiler, they were with the boiler room girls.
Yeah, there's none of that. There's none of that. You know.
Okay.
So it's like,
But just so you know,
but the
right?
fact that there's so many tied to them, then you can start making the connection.
That's
like,
what this is
okay,
going to be.
Coincidence.
There's so
That's
many.
what
coincidence
this is
comes
going to be.
in.
This episode is all
Yeah,
coincidence.
there's 17 plane crashes, and they're all
The
on
Clinton
Clinton staff.
coincidence.
Yeah.
So the conspiracy theories suggest that Razor's death was not accidental, but instead part of a broad scheme to silence individuals who posed a threat to the Clintons or who had damaging financial information
Oh,
about
so
them.
like Clinton was like buying hookers on like on the fucking party dime, and they're like, oh, and he's like, get rid of them, get them out my, put them in the plane, in the crash.
Or I mean, even something as basic as abusing funds for your personal gain.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Not just hookers. I'm just
or
saying,
it's like or it's like he's buying a Bentley.
yeah,
Like,
with
you know.
money that he fundraised, because there's specific laws about what
Oh,
you
for
can
sure.
do
Yeah.
about money that you're taking for your campaign.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be specifically used towards
Yes.
campaign.
Yeah.
So what was the cause of the plane crash? Like
Pilot error.
Oh, okay. Ugh.
Pilot error. Like he misjudged.
Whoops, it is it.
He misjudged. He did a maneuver and there was a mountain.
I know he's like
I mean, actually,
do a
very-
fucking barrel roll.
Very similar to Kobe's death.
Oh, the helicopter.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
You know what I mean?
Shit.
I don't know if you looked into that much.
yeah.
But it was
Well,
kind of
there's
like
a whole
it was foggy.
there's a whole conspiracy
Yeah,
that
It was
it's like,
foggy. He didn't know what was up or what was down for like 5 minutes.
wasn't it
Something
like
crazy.
fires or something, or was it fog?
No,
Maybe it
I
was
think it was
fog.
fog.
I think it was fog.
Okay,
Yeah, I think it was
it's
fog. Yeah. Anyway, so Razor's untimely demise remains a point of interest and debate among conspiracy theorists.
I was just wondering if it was more like a mechanical
Yeah,
issue.
it's like the engine shut off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that would be like ooh.
Now you're talking about the pilot. I mean, there might have been, and it just didn't come out, right?
Or
But-
maybe,
but now you're talking about
maybe they're flying a Boeing. it's like the fucking oh shit, the engines went out.
fucking Boeing.
And I know there's more information that could be gathered about each death, and we might get a little flack for it. But I mean, the point of this episode is to kind of go
Over
Coincidence.
all the information.
Yeah.
A coincidental.
From what I could tell, Clinton was not in Alaska, and he was not in the plane, and there was not a lot of ties to whether or not he had the plane crash into the mountain.
Right.
Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
it's kind of like
No, I was
Are
just
we
wondering
gonna
if it was
go
more
over
like
the-
a mechanical thing, like that's something you can fuck with. Otherwise, you're talking about the pilot had to commit suicide just to
with the
get it.
kid in.
Yeah. But the connection, the coincidence.
I know.
Yeah, that's
again.
just-
Yeah.
Okay.
Because after a while, after like the 8th story, you're like, holy shit, dude! I do not want to be friends with Bill,
Yeah,
Bill
like, you
Clinton.
know what, I'm
I
good.
just don't want to be friends with him. Okay, so then there's Ian Stewart Spiro, and his life and death present a complex, intertwined with allegations, tragedy, etc. He was a commodities broker, and he led a seemingly ordinary life until a series of events culminated in his own demise. Spiro's life took a dark turn when he committed a heinous act by shooting his family in their home before ending his own life through cyanide poisoning.
Oh, Jesus.
Initially deemed a murder-suicide driven by his financial woes, Spiro's case took a startling turn when it was revealed that he was an American and British intelligence liaison officer.
Wyndham Hotels and Resorts makes travel possible for all. Whether it's the long haulers looking for a great cup of coffee, a roomier rest for the on-a-whim road trippers, or a place to make summer memories with the whole family. No matter who you are, where you're going, or why, with 24 trusted brands to choose from like La Quinta, Days Inn, and Super 8, your Wyndham is waiting. Get the lowest price at wyndhamhotels.com. Restrictions apply. Visit website for more details.
Hey, it's Kaylee Cuoco for Priceline. Ready to go to your happy place for a happy price? Well, why didn't you say so? Just download the Priceline app right now and save up to 60% on hotels. So whether it's Cousin Kevin's Kazoo Concert in Kansas City, go Kevin, or Becky's Bachelorette Bash in Bermuda, you never have to miss a trip ever again. So download the Priceline app today. Your savings are waiting.
Go to your happy place for a happy price. Go to your happy price, Priceline.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Interesting.
Not officer. I don't want to use the word officer. A liaison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was a
Well, it's still called a liaison officer. I mean, this is the title. Whatever.
This revelation, of course, sparked flurry, and some allege that Spiro's ties to intelligence agencies implicated him in covert operations that threatened the powerful interests that be. And then he also had connections to the Clintons being a commodities broker and doing deals.
So the Clintons making like
and
100
doing deals, yeah.
100 to 200 million dollars in like 5 years.
So while
Yeah,
there's no
by the time he left, right? No, I was just
That's
gonna say,
the thing,
I was
yeah.
gonna say on that, it's so funny how the fucking politicians always have the best trading record, the best investment records.
Oh God, I know.
Like
we put a
I know,
post on that
what
too.
is it like? There's one. It's like called like I follow this one. It's called like
Quant.
something like whales. It's like
Oh,
whales and like
oh,
little,
yeah.
but it like show like all the politicians are like, oh, they just happen to be all financial geniuses. Like fucking,
Right.
my portfolio has seen a 600% increase. Like what the fuck?
I mean, again, it goes back to this. Somewhere I saw their worth before they got.
Oh no, yeah, I remember,
yeah.
I remember
they got
seeing
into
that.
politics.
Oh, it's
Didn't I
like,
send
dude,
that to you?
Yeah, I think you did.
Dude, there's one like Nancy Pelosi's like went up like $500 million.
Yeah,
like
that,
some
that
like
bitch is ridiculous.
obnoxious amount.
But Clinton was worth. I think,
Oh, dude, he was like it was like 5 million to literally like 170
Exactly.
million. It was like crazy.
Yeah,
like
that's what it was.
Like
It was like
a
either 4 or
ridiculous.
5 to like 180.
It was a ridiculous increase.
So here's just some numbers, and
But
I'm
that was
sure.
that was when he was president, and this is
this
is
is
before he got in office,
Oh, that's
right?
good.
Isn't this? Yeah, this is before he got in office.
Wait,
So
was this?
they're considered like the low end billionaire,
Who?
the Clintons.
Oh, now they are.
but
probably.
there's also
The
probably
low end.
like the one. You know what I mean? Like 1.
like 1.0001 billion.
Yeah.
Like,
But also that's like branding too.
well, it's like do you ever
You
see?
know,
do you
like
ever
your
see,
name,
unquote.
what you could speak.
Do you ever see
for.
Silicon Valley?
Yeah.
Where the guy is like the
good.
one guy he just hovers above $1 billion. He went below $1 billion. He was like
So
fucking
good.
freaking out. He's like, you son of a
So
bitch. he was like just over $1 billion.
I didn't see this one.
Dude, Silicon Valley is hilarious, dude.
So in 1997, a woman by the name of Mary Mahoney, she was a former White House intern.
But you know, Clinton fucked her.
She died in She died in the summer of 1997. She was working at a Starbucks and she was a White House intern, right?
Wow, what a
in DC. Mahoney was a victim of an attempted robbery that ended her life. During the robbery, Mahoney bravely attempted to disarm the assailant, but was fatally shot in the process.
damn, what a badass though. Good for her.
The incident then sparked conspiracy theories alleging that Mahoney's murder was connected to the Clintons due to her association at the White House.
I mean, this is probably the most. This is probably like the real one
But
right
again,
here.
there's
Like,
no
But listen, can we pull up
I think
a
the second one
picture
is
of Mary
closer.
Mahoney? Like I can see Bill be like, Mary, why don't you come to my office? Listen, Mary, I'm gonna need a frappuccino. Stat.
Did they have frappuccinos in '97?
Grande.
No, they didn't.
I'm gonna need a white flat. You know what I'm saying?
Flat white.
Flat white. Yeah, whatever. Get up here, girl. You ever been robbed before? Sorry, I'm trying to do his accent. Like,
I love it. You're doing a great job with the accent.
Hey, Mary.
I'm waiting for a photo because it could be great or not great.
I'm getting a whole bunch of different
what
ones.
the fuck?
I don't know. It could be there.
Like literally, he's probably in Harriet Tubman is up there. Like, I can't shit you not, Harriet Tubman. I'm like, why is she in this search?
Could be this one. I don't know. There's a bunch of Mary Mahonies.
Oh, I see. It's a common name.
God damn it. We'll find it.
Add Clinton in there.
We'll find
I
her.
did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I know, Harriet Tubman, like, why is she here? It makes no sense.
I mean, again, it's you
super loose.
Google Mary Mahoney and she's just conspiracy.
The thing is, like,
about-
I feel like we're
not a lot of
always
data.
we're always one piece of information short for these being
I
like
know.
legit
I know.
conspiracies. Like just like one little crumb.
Well,
conspiracy.
Like Clinton
That's
slapped
why-
their ass like in the fucking hallway, and that's what we're missing right now. We're missing that one key piece.
But the only tie that I really see is that she was a White House
She worked in the
intern.
White House. But I think that one's
intern, though.
So a lot of these things
Monica.
Yeah, Monica got a full-time position. Yeah, like, she was on the payroll. She had bennies.
Yeah.
More than one.
Okay, another one was Vince Foster. He was a respected attorney, and he was the former colleague of Hillary.
Oh.
They were at the Rose Law Firm, okay? And this is right when he became president.
Okay.
Yeah? His body was discovered in Fort Macy Park, Virginia, with a gunshot wound to the head. Multiple investigations happened and concluded that he died by suicide. But conspiracy theories suggested foul play, and they say that Foster possessed damaging information about Hillary at the Rose Law Firm.
But my thing is like,
They were connected to the Rose Law
was
Firm.
there like a gun in his hand? Like they're like multiple investigations. I mean, like if it would have been, should be pretty straightforward. If it was like gun in hand, GSR, and it's like in his like dominant hand temple. Like instead it's like you got shot in the back of the head with a shotgun.
So part of the thing is that Hillary was the first female associate at the Rose Law Firm.
Okay.
And so he was a lawyer there.
Yeah. I'm gonna get the fucking guy.
Again, no concrete evidence exists to substantiate.
But the fact is, like, now we're at what, six or 7?
Yeah.
Like pseudo. Some are more connected.
Yeah.
Some are really loosey.
Yeah.
But they're all dying.
But there's something called the Whitewater controversy. And I want to tell you just a couple minutes about that because that is what Vince Foster is tied to.
Okay.
So the Whitewater scandal is a political scandal that happened in the 90s, and it began with an investigation into the real estate investments of Bill and Hillary Clinton and Jim McDougal, right, in something called the Whitewater Development Corporation. It was basically a failed business venture that started in 1979, and the purpose of it was to develop vacation properties all along this river in Arkansas.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm really trying to vacation in fucking Arkansas.
But the idea is that they did some fucked up shit, basically.
Somehow they made money off this failed enterprise or something like
money laundering. That's what it's called.
Oh yeah. So it's back to the drug running thing.
Yeah.
Back to
the narcos.
Basically, the Clintons knew a savings and loan company, and they were like, "Hey, we know these folks. They're gonna hook us up." And so.
I think I've heard about this actually.
Yeah, the end result was that no criminal activity was found, but it was more like schmoozing.
And
like if you knew the guy, if you knew...
I can vouch for his credit score.
Yeah, then
Trust
you can
me.
get a loan ahead of the other guy, and then you can buy this property, and then the business failed.
And then the bank's like, fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Of which, then everything legal was done by Rose Law Firm. Of which,
and so
that's where Vince Foster worked.
Yeah, Vince Foster might have been like, "This is weird. What
Yes,
about this?
exactly.
What about this little crumb of data here?"
Yeah, that's right. And not only that, but there's another guy who died named Jim McDougal.
Oh, because Jim McDougal
And he was
the business partner.
He was the business
partner, yeah.
So 2 people connected to the Whitewater thing died.
Mysteriously.
And then they got over their debt, and it was not a big deal. But it was hundreds of thousands of dollars. In the 70s and 80s.
Oh, okay, which is like millions now.
Yeah.
Eric's like, it's tens of thousands of dollars. Like, why would they kill him over that?
That's a very short, explanation of what happened. But
Okay.
But what they found was that it was no illegal activity, but just like schmoozing, and then they decided not to prosecute further.
Just negligence and
typical politics. I mean,
yes, exactly.
I'm a fucking governor. Yeah. Shut up. Don't prosecute me.
Next person, Jerry Parks. Jerry Parks was the head of security for Bill Clinton's presidential campaign in '92.
Oh, so this motherfucker. He's seen Bill Clinton's balls.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
He's the dude at the hotel being like, Bill's gonna go to bed, but can we skirt somebody in the side?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, tell Hillary I need to sleep separately tonight.
It's a back problem.
It's
a back problem.
I gotta read my notes on my speech.
If I don't sexually release every 4 days, I cannot run the country.
Oh, I order room service.
Yeah. Our accents are horrible. We're sorry. We're sorry to
I'm really sorry.
Arkansasians.
I don't even think Bill Clinton has an Arkansasian.
No,
he doesn't.
How do you say that?
It's more of a Bill Clinton accent.
It's a Bill Clinton accent. There you go.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Liar.
Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time. Never. These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people.
Yeah, they're clapping. Then he's like, I might have had sexual relations with that one. Perhaps.
Yeah,
I was mistaken.
I only ejaculated on her dress.
Her mouth was easily 2 inches away.
What do you call somebody from Arkansas?
An Arkansanian? I'm actually one of my best friends. He lives in Arkansas. Now. I should ask him. Yeah. Arkansas.
Okay, so Jerry Parks was head of security for his presidential campaign in 92. In 93, while leaving a restaurant in Little Rock, he was ambushed, fatally shot 10 times by an assailant in another car. It was a fucking drive-by in Little Rock.
Jeez, and literally in Little Rock. It's like, so there's like gang activity in Little Rock.
His son Gary says that Jerry, why did you name your son that?
My 2 sons, Gary and Larry.
My name's Jerry.
Meet my son Gary.
Jerry, Gary, Larry. Perry is Sterry.
And here's my wife, Mary. Sorry.
We're so stupid.
So his son, Gary, alleged that Jerry... Fuck.
God damn it.
His son, Gary, alleged that Jerry possessed a dossier on Clinton's misdeeds and was planning to do a write-all book, a blackmail scheme, etc.
No, because that is... I mean, sorry.
Makes some sense.
To ambush a guy and shoot him 10 times,
that's the one that sounds most legit.
This is the most legit.
I know. And honestly, I'd like to look up how many drive-bys there are in Little Rock.
0.
Yeah.
I promise you, there's none. There's fucking none.
There's only been one since 93.
But like, how? That's not even a drive-by. That's like a park. That's like a park and shoot and then drive away. 10 times?
10 times is a lot.
That's a hell of times to be shot.
Also, you want them dead.
Oh, for sure. You're trying to guarantee.
This is not
this ain't no accident.
Yeah, this is not shoot him in the shoulder.
Not like a one and done. No, it's like make sure kill his ass.
Not a lot of weapons. They do most of 12, but yeah. Anyways,
I mean, they'd have to hit every shot though. I'm assuming there's multiple weapons.
Yeah, but maybe it wasn't a handgun. It was probably a rifle.
Oh yeah, 30 round mag. Yeah. Okay. Good point. Tell Monica, meet me in a hotel bay. You know what I'm saying? Oh, here.
So Edward Eugene Wiley Jr. was a Clinton fundraiser, and in 1993, again, right when he's being elected to president, all these people are dying in 93, 94, 92.
Oh, it's like right after he's like in, and he's like, kill him.
Yeah.
Fuck him. Get him out.
His wife accused Bill Clinton of sexual assault.
Facts. Believe it. Believable. Believe it.
Yeah. After the allegations came, Edward's body was found. And apparent suicide.
Of course.
Again.
Well, see,
Too many coincidences. Too many.
I also think like when you're in his position of power and like you're so used to just you're so untouchable, you get so brazen. Like you're just willing to just do anything. You don't give a fuck. You're like, I'm fucking invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, he had recently it been found out that he also was acknowledged embezzling $250,000 from clients.
Who did? This guy?
Edward. Yeah.
Edward. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And
so that okay.
So there's a possibility. Also, his wife says that like okay. So just imagine this: you admit that you embezzled $250,000.
You're like, I'm going to prison.
Your life's fucked.
Yeah, you're done.
Then your wife's like, hey, Bill Clinton sexually assaulted me.
You're like, I'm fucking, I'm out.
So then he was found in the woods with a gunshot wound.
Understood. You know, I'm not. You know, I mean, I would
Starts to look less sketchy now.
I'd be in a little shitty place if my wife's like, Bill's touching me, and I'm like, I'm going to prison.
But he's also he's fucked if he confessed to that and.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah.
What do you want to do? Go to jail or you want to kill yourself?
I'm definitely not going to jail.
I'm not going to jail.
I'm way too soft for jail, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not built for that.
I agree.
And I'm not built to be somebody's bitch.
I'm going in the woods. I'm going in the woods.
Dude, I'm going to the woods. I'm going in the woods. Dude, I'm only built to be my wife's bitch. That's the only bitch I was made to be. Like, and my daughter's, but not another man's. No, I'm going to the woods.
Okay,
for sure. Actually, we're going. Me and Jorge go to the woods together.
Let's go together.
Okay, Ronald Brown. Ronald Brown was the United States Secretary of Commerce during the first term of President Clinton. Okay.
He was what?
Secretary of Commerce.
Okay.
So
he's on the staff. He's in the cabinet. That's the cabinet.
Yeah, it's a big role.
You're meeting with the president like weekly.
Yeah. He was also the chairman of the DNC, so the Democratic National Committee.
Oh, so they're fucking tight.
Yeah. Of which he was also the first black man to do it.
Hey, good for you, brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's dead now. I'm sorry.
In 96, he died. He died in a plane crash in Croatia.
Another plane crash. Interessante. How many plane crashes we got on this list?
Again.
So we've got
really?
Now keep in mind 34 other people died in that plane crash. So it wasn't just like him going on a fishing trip to.
Should we add those to the body list? The body counter.
I know.
We should.
Ron Brown.
Well, I mean, look, okay, we got 2 plane crashes and we got three bullet suicides.
Okay.
So we're a little running trend here.
1998.
And a couple of teenagers that were high and stabbed each other.
Yeah,
and
who were high on THC and incapacitated.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
They just rolled over onto
in
the
the
track.
early 80s, the THC content of weed was far less than it is now, and motherfuckers aren't incapacitated.
Yeah. Jim McDougal.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about a little bit about the McDougals. Mm-hmm. They were associates of Clinton's during the Whitewater. In 98, he died of a heart attack. So super loose.
That motherfucker just died.
There is the concept though of in a lot of the 90s to early 2000 movies, in the spy movies.
There's a lot of heart attack deaths.
Yeah, it was like and then they had a heart attack, or they shot him in the toe.
I know, with
the
little injection
with a needle, and then they died of a heart attack.
You get like a crazy heart arrhythmia, and you have like
it was a very hot thing in the 90s. I don't know,
maybe for a reason.
Yeah,
the best things are from truth.
The
best
theories,
fiction
movies from truth. Yeah.
The theories, though, are that because he was part of the Whitewater,
of course,
loss.
I guarantee he had some juice. He probably had some juice. I don't know if the heart attack was actual or induced, but he had the juice for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, and then there are a few more that are a little bit
juice now.
God damn it, OJ.
Oh, with the juice. I wasn't even thinking about that.
That's above the... No, that's not
above
the
rim. What is that?
Is it above the rim or is it the...
Juice.
Or it's juice. It is juice. Yeah, Tupac juice.
Yeah. Then there's Seth Rich. He's a part of the Democratic National Committee.
National Convention.
He died in an unsolved murder case in 2016.
Another drive-by and fucking markets.
Yeah. Theories of his conspiracy actually came out in the WikiLeaks.
Julian Assange?
Suggesting that he was also murdered. But again, just because you're part of the DNC does not.
No. Yeah, and there's also
another
loosey goosey.
It's like when you're involved in politics, it's like everybody's shady.
I know.
True.
On both sides of the coin. It doesn't. It's not just Democratic. It's also Republican. They're all shady as fuck.
Favors to everybody. Yeah.
And I kind of jumped ahead a little bit, but there's also JFK Jr. We had to put a Kennedy in here because we don't have episodes without Kennedy.
No, of course not.
Yeah. But the idea behind the Kennedy thing is he died in a plane crash in 99.
Oh, that's right. That plane crash was super sketch, bro.
It was a very sketchy plane crash.
It was hella sketchy.
Yeah.
We were going to do an episode just on that.
But the idea is that he was going to be a political rival to the Clintons.
To the Kennedy. Yeah, that makes sense.
Take him out.
And
That's about it.
He's got the name. He was handsome.
Totally.
Dude, he was like charismatic.
Then there's Victor Thorne. Victor Thorne was a staunch anti-Clinton conspiracy theorist. He wrote many books, and I say many, like 4 or 5.
That's many.
On just how the
Clintons are fucked up.
Are fucking criminals.
Okay. He seems like somebody you wanna fucking rub out.
The official verdict of him or whatever is he died by suicide.
Of course. Of course he did.
Of course.
Yeah.
Back of the head shot.
Yeah, right. Like, shot in the spine. Like self-induced.
There's Epstein.
I mean, yeah.
Epstein puts it.
I mean,
okay, so let's talk about Epstein for a second. Let's talk about Epstein for a second.
Yeah.
Clinton was on the planes.
Oh, 100%. Proven fact.
Yes, 100%.
Fact.
Okay. How much? I mean, I know we did like 6 episodes, so we don't have to like rehash the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
But how much do you think Clinton knew Epstein? Like how
much did he know of what was going on in the
personally?
island?
No,
dude.
just let's talk personally for a second.
Dude, I
no,
think,
were they homies? They
dude,
text each other?
Dude, I think they were texting.
texting?
I think they were sending pics. They were like, I think it was like a pic.
Because this is
a pic thing. Like,
was that,
look at my new squeeze.
This is 2015.
Oh, dude, they were texting, bro.
We had iPhones.
I guarantee they were texting.
Mid? Is that what you said?
No, we had iPhones.
Oh, yeah.
2015.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I
didn't.
You
but-
didn't. Yeah. Well, you know, he
still doesn't.
Can't.
He's still trying to catch up to me and Eric.
Catch up to your
So
fucking
do you,
shitty
so
technology.
okay, so
Yeah.
that's the idea. Is this is a big one. This is a big one in this conspiracy, which is
of
that
course.
he knew Ghislaine and he knew
Epstein?
Epstein.
Oh, dude, for sure.
So,
and a lot of people. I bet you if we did a poll, and we put Clinton as a possible person to end. To orchestrate. Okay, first off, if you don't think he killed himself, then who killed him?
Dude,
right?
If we were to say like
the list is long.
No, I know the list is long. But if we put Clinton on there, you know he's going to get some votes.
Dude,
Clinton would make the list. Yes.
Top 5. If I were to guess one person who's the most frequent person at the island, I would say Clinton. I think Clinton probably had his own suite there, the Clinton suite. It was like his own. He had a key.
He had fucking
frequent flyer, Premier Silver. He was
Premier Silver card.
I know, he was literally like, scam me in like my freaking flyer miles.
Hey Jeffrey,
free baggage check.
You got Econ Plus?
I know, it's like on the jet.
I know it's not funny.
It's really not.
But you know, I get it.
I mean, he's definitely at the top of the list.
Oh, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
This is like so far after his presidency.
Totally, he's an old guy now.
Yeah.
I mean, but now he's quarter bill.
Dude, yeah.
True.
That's
he's a rich guy.
That's a lot. That's crazy rich. That's like ridiculously rich.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having $250 million in your bank account?
Yes.
I mean, I'd be calling you guys from like the sat phone for the fucking for the podcast. Like I'd be in the middle of the fucking Atlantic
on your
right
yacht,
now.
like
hey
international waters.
Yeah, like sorry boys.
I wouldn't even be on the podcast.
No, like the podcast, like fuck the podcast. Like,
no,
I don't need this. Like, I don't need you.
No, so do you think he had anything to do with Epstein dying?
Dude, I personally do.
I think that he
Something.
definitely pulled some strings. That,
for sure.
Like maybe he was in a group of
put
guys.
some pressure.
Maybe he was in a group.
Exactly.
Oh, like a cabal.
That sounds
A bill cabal.
A cabal.
Yeah. The Billy Club.
A cabal.
All right.
I mean, I totally think he was, because I think that Clinton was really into
but not
that
responsible.
Island.
Like he like not the
No,
one.
but
Bro, when you're worth $250, you're not doing the dirty work yourself.
No, I'm
I
saying
know,
like
but you
I'm saying
know-
he's not the only like. He's
Oh
not the soul.
no, he's on the sole one. I think he
Yeah.
was part of like a group
Yeah.
that was like,
Yeah.
we can't risk the tapes getting out.
Yes, exactly.
It's like him and Stephen Hawking and like, kill him.
It's like a group text thread.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Sorry.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Gross.
All right. I mean, so there's a couple others, including Kobe Bryant.
Bullshit.
There's no evidence, but of course, that he passed away with his daughter in the helicopter crash, and
like other people too.
Yeah.
But the idea is they were linked semi linked financially, like through. Just imagine. Let's just say,
like a mutual fund or something.
Just imagine you were tied to all these fundraising campaigns, and all of these Bill Gates foundations, and this foundation and that foundation.
Like he supported it at some point.
Yes, and it's the loosest, loosest connection that you could kind of find.
Yeah. I think it was Big Pharma that killed Kobe, but that's me.
Yeah,
that's a big conspiracy
why
about that.
Big Pharma?
Because there was like this whole thing about how, like Kobe Bryant, I think he was either speaking out against it, like they wanted to, like then he was like "fuck you," like.
Like they were trying to recruit him to like promote it.
Yeah, I think he was like no, like he something about him like being really anti it, and then I don't know. There's something I've got to reread the shit, but like there was this whole conspiracy about it.
I've heard there is something. Yeah,
and they were like, man, what the fuck?
We're gonna have to do a whole another episode on that.
Oh, that one's tough.
I know, it's
mainly
so
because the daughter.
I know,
always
dude.
fucking
It's so
I get
fucked
tore
up.
up on the daughter.
I know, it's true.
Yeah, I mean, she was cool.
Yeah, Kobe was cool too.
Yeah, but
I mean besides him cheating on his wife and buying her a Lambo for it, but besides that, he's cool, a good dude.
He was a good dude. I agree.
Yeah.
And then one of the last ones that I have on here is somebody by the name of Jovenel Moise. And Jovenel Moise was the president of Haiti. And he was assassinated in 2021.
Well, I mean, Haiti's been through a lot of shit.
And, and it kind of plunged the nation into like this chaos. But the conspiracy behind it is that he knew and was connected with Hillary when she was Secretary of State.
Oh, I see.
And that was where a lot of the sex trafficking happened, was through Haiti into the United States.
Oh.
And so that, I mean, this is so loose. It's so loose.
Yeah.
And, there you go. But he was assassinated. And again, it's like somebody who's connected to the Clintons.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's, that's okay.
That's the list of coincidence right there.
So before
the coincidence.
So before you guys jump into your opinions of this whole thing, I guess the point of all of this is, yes, they're all loose.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like their wake is just dirty. Does that make sense? Like they're just destructive.
You know what?
I'm not.
Weirdly enough, this reminds me of, it's like, because before they took it off HBO, we used to watch it before bed because it's easy watching to go to sleep too. Is like the Ocean's movies. So like in the original
Ocean's 11,
in Ocean's 11,
okay, yeah.
Literally it's like when Billy and Danny Ocean is getting out of
prison.
Getting out of prison, they're like, you've been charged with all these things, but but only, he's like, as you said, I've been charged, but I've never been convicted. Only convicted the one time. But they're like, is it just you only got caught this one time, or is it just like that's kind of what it is.
Yeah,
it's all these things, but they're never charged.
Right.
But it's like, how much shit needs to happen around you for people to be like, oh, yeah. It's like the wake, the wake of destruction, and you're like, it's not me.
Yeah,
I didn't do anything.
and we did look it up, and before they got into politics back in the 70s and 80s, they were worth like about $1 million.
Yeah, it was like $1 to $2
like $1 million,
which is still good.
Before they got into politics, okay.
Yeah, and now it's debatable.
And when he went into office, he was about $5 million.
Yeah, and it's debatable what they're at now, because
when he left office, we know for sure it was over $100 million.
It was over $100 million. Yeah.
It was fucking crazy.
It was over $100 million, and this was in the late 90s.
Yeah, and some people say it's $250 million now.
Yeah,
and some people all the way up to $1 billion. Based on branding and based on, because they're probably pulling $50,000 a speech.
More
than that. Oh, for sure. Easy more.
At least.
At minimum.
Yeah, that's how much they fucking cost.
Easy.
To go see Billy Bill.
Oh, for sure.
Well, usually it's not them by themselves.
Sure.
They're usually part of some,
but it's
like the conferences that we keep getting targeted on Instagram about.
And when you're a former president, you're also he's getting his probably presidential pension.
Oh, you get $100,000 a year.
Yeah, so it's like
it's $100,000 a year or $150,000, I think.
Yeah, something like that. And you get that Secret Service. I'm saying, like, you have so much clout as a
Yeah.
So it's you're gonna. It's not your. It's hey, I was a president, or it's like, hey, I'm I'm a influencer. And they're like, yeah, fuck you, the president.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go first here because I usually
you go first.
last.
You always go last.
I feel like a couple of these actually happened.
Dude, yeah, for sure.
I agree with
I
that.
mean, I don't think they murdered 24 people.
Well, they all happen. You just think that they're
No.
Yeah,
Thank you, They all. He's like, I think these people are alive. That's the real conspiracy. They think their dad's
like. I feel like they're connected to Epstein. I hate to say it.
Why do you hate? I don't hate to say it.
No, I just mean that's a big claim.
It's a huge claim.
It's a big claim.
Do you think these murders, deaths, whatever, are connected to Epstein, or you're saying that the Clintons are connected to Epstein?
I'm saying the Clintons are connected to Epstein.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
And some of these other ones, like the Kobe one, bullshit.
I'm sorry.
JFK Jr. bullshit. You know, all that stuff.
Is it though?
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty far fetched. I mean, some of these maybe. Also, it doesn't. Just because somebody went and killed themselves in the woods doesn't mean necessarily they went to the woods and pulled the trigger behind them, but they could have done something horrible to help facilitate that and be like, hey, if you have two options here. One, we're going to fucking
kill your family.
Or you can do
what you got to do.
You know, what is it? Septa.
Yeah. No.
Seppuku? Or
it's seppuku.
Yeah, seppuku. DC version of seppuku.
Well, no, you said sectum sempra, which is from fucking literally Harry Potter. It's from the fucking Half-Blood Prince. Sectum sempra!
That makes, honestly, the best thing I've ever done.
Like, literally, I was like, when you said it, I was like, what?
Anyway, so I think they're involved in some of these, but not necessarily in the direct pulling the trigger or crashing the plane into the Alaskan mountain.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I don't think they were directly involved in any of these.
Yeah, I agree.
But obviously, it's all indirect. When you're that, like, they're not like, some fucking Joe Schmo who's worth $60. Who's like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like you're rich,
right?
And you're a former president. You have to be hands off.
I would say there's Epstein
for sure,
and then the bodyguard.
Dude, yeah. What about the business partner?
Yeah, but that happened later. It was like 98, and it's like, why didn't you just handle that earlier? It just seems 98 was when he was almost done being president.
Maybe it was off the grid. Maybe when the shit came out about.
So did Epstein.
When the shit came out, Epstein was like in 2015. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
true.
But
true.
It still had something to they had something on him to damage him.
Oh,
so
no, maybe or maybe it was like towards the end of his presidency, he sees like, oh shit, he's rich as fuck. I'll blackmail the shit out of this motherfucker.
Who, Epstein?
No. The Joe McDougal, Jim McDougal, and he's like, "Oh, you got all this cash, bitch."
So now I can make up for the problems of the past.
You're like, look, I can leak some shit, or you can like break me off.
Like the narcos say, you want plata or plomo?
Plata or plomo.
You want the money?
Want the cash or the
you want the bullet?
Yeah, the interesting part of the Clintons is that and I don't really care about people's personal lives and stuff, but that Hillary knows about his proclivities.
No like shit. Everyone on Earth knows.
I know, but I mean, it's got to be way more than that.
Oh, it's got to be way worse. Yeah. What about her? I guarantee she's into some weird shit.
Or maybe she's like an asex.
I think she's into.
Oh, no,
do you know what I mean?
Definitely into some weird shit. But I think he's.
But you know what I mean? You know what an asex is?
No, I don't know.
Oh, asexual is 0.
Oh, she's like reproduces asexually. Like you have both. You have both. Like she's like a hermaphrodite.
No. You're not into it whatsoever.
She's into like
you're into no intercourse. I feel you're not into. You have no desire from anything. Okay. Well, asexual.
My thing is, and you can don't. This is.
I love this part. Don't quote me on this.
Yeah,
but quote.
This is literally just my own
Yeah.
view. I feel like she's way worse than Bill.
Yes.
I feel like,
but how?
That's
but
what
why?
This is only. Okay. It's just my perception.
It just doesn't
seem
it's just
that fucking smart. She's the one fucking pulling the strings.
No, so then she's smarter.
No.
That's what she is.
Oh, I see.
I feel like she's the ringleader, but I feel like my perception is like. I'm almost with Eric. It's like she's not into the sex stuff. I feel like she's like the one who's let me just like fucking beat the shit out of someone for like. That's my pleasure. Like
she
do
wants
some
some power.
weird. Yeah. Oh, dude, dominant. Like she's like a fucking.
That's hers.
I'm gonna whip you. I'm gonna fucking. Kind of nine tails and like fucking weird shit. But that's what I feel. I'm not saying I have no. I'm not. There's no proof.
Yeah,
this is just my perception of who she is.
That's just what you get out of like I don't know what we've seen in the fucking news. What you see out of like
we don't see her little power suit. And she's like fucking.
The only thing you can formulate your opinion on. Yeah, that's what I think that. If anybody's behind this, it's more her.
Really?
Than him.
Oh, dude, I
he's
feel
just kind of like a happy-go-lucky guy.
Well, I think he's like,
hey,
he's like a goofy,
I just like the fuck
fucking
shit.
clumsy, leaving a trail of evidence, and she's like coming behind and like fucking sweeping it up.
She's the mastermind. He's just like he's like the shithead like son of like a really like a billionaire, and he's like, man, I'm gonna fucking like, okay, like an idiot.
Yeah, all right,
yeah.
Like Bill, stop fucking up, stop it,
Exactly.
Bill, you're on timeout.
Yeah.
Like,
and she wouldn't have ran for president because she wouldn't have won back then when he did.
Yeah.
So then he had to do it.
I'm a little surprised that she didn't leave him.
But I think she's behind everything on him.
I think like
why didn't she leave him?
Because I think
after
she wanted the power.
No, I think she was thinking in the future.
She would still have it.
No. Because listen, like
how.
Here's what do you mean? Listen, let me explain.
She's Secretary of State.
No, but let me explain.
As a woman. Okay, you explain.
No, like, in order to be president, you have to be married. It just you can't. Sure. You're never, dude.
I mean, you're not.
Name what?
Why?
What president? What president?
Because you don't get the Bible Belt.
No, name one.
Like, who do you not win?
Name one president who wasn't married. When they
I know.
Yeah, it's optics.
Name one.
Optics.
It's
optics.
It's
Yeah,
optics.
it is.
It's family stability.
I mean,
the
Franklin
family
Roosevelt
unit
wasn't really.
They were the beginning.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Those motherfuckers didn't even have teeth.
I know. Eleanor was a known.
I know. It's like, come on.
I'm gonna put that on there.
No, but like, in order, she was thinking with the future. She was like, I do want to run. She already knew she wanted to run for president. She knew she couldn't, like Jorge said. She knew she couldn't at the time, so Bill had to.
Okay, so this is probably.
And she's got the cloud of her husband.
I gotta
was an
throw this in
expert.
there. I think she could have got away with it if she just divorced him because everybody was outraged. He was being impeached for getting a blowjob. Everybody hated it.
She would have gotten away with what?
Still being, she wouldn't have lost her luster.
No, she would.
Imagine
what?
100%.
Dude,
If she divorced Clinton,
okay, imagine this. So she divorced Clinton. Say she divorces Clinton. What?
Yeah,
That's
99,
99.
2000, yeah.
2024, the cat lady runs for president.
Yes.
Like
No.
are you kidding me?
Hell
Like,
no.
bro, like no fucking way.
No
Like,
way.
Well, she lost anyway. So.
no shit.
Yeah, so.
But she
Thank
was
God.
supposed to win by a landslide.
She was.
She
yeah,
was
that's true.
supposed to win by a
That's true.
landslide.
Back to the debates. Those were some of the good,
Dude,
best
they were
debates.
the greatest. He's like, what about Benghazi, bitch? I'm like, ah!
Oh my god.
Okay, so
I blame
Tell
it
me
on
what you
her. I just
The
put
whole thing?
Yeah, I just put everything on her.
no, but
Taylor,
okay, but let's take
Case
let's
closed.
Take,
done,
let's take,
solved.
No, push your politics aside. Let's talk about Clinton body count conspiracy, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're on, right?
Right.
So
Go for Jorge.
we just listed out 18 body stories.
Well,
Counts.
yeah, I mean, first of all,
Count.
like we've been saying, like it's only a coincidence until it happens over and over and
I know,
over, right? And
yeah.
everybody's so close to them. So it's not a coincidence for sure. Like there's
Definitely
some foul play going on. Some of these are coincidence, and some of these don't even fucking like we said, Kobe. No, fucking bullshit. So I don't know. That's what I think. I think that she was the one kind of orchestrating some of these like connections behind him. So, I bet you like he didn't even know some of this shit was going
so
on.
True.
Dude,
Probably.
I equate Bill Clinton to like George W. Bush.
Yeah.
He's like, what?
I think he was worse.
Like, well, G-Dub is probably have an IQ of like 80.
Yeah.
Like, dude, yeah, he was.
G-Dub is someone you would go, I'd love to have a beer with him.
Dude, I'd love to go.
And that's about it. Maybe
that's
go
the
to a
thing, he was
baseball
just so
game.
I'd love to go bowling with G-Dub. Like, I feel like it's a
and that's
bowling
about
game.
it. Yeah, that's about it. And
So,
I would
did I
definitely
ever
ask, like, hey, did you have anything to do with 9/11?
He's like, what's that? What's that mean?
What happened?
I know. Like, what happened?
Did I ever send you that reel where he's like teeing off?
Yes. We posted it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we did.
He's like,
Okay, good.
we got to stop the terrorism. Yeah. We got to show our might and we're gonna go in there, we're gonna get our revenge, and we're gonna do it. Now watch me hit this tee.
Watch me drive this.
Yeah, watch me drive this 200 yards.
Like it's like we got some fucking chicken wings.
There's not much else. Like there's so much like not concrete about all this that it's kind of hard to fucking formulate any kind of opinion except that. That for me, that's my opinion. Is she was behind it.
So my opinion is that there's just too many strings to them to not be involved in at least a few.
Like some
I don't think all of them are at all.
Yeah.
And also, by the way, we didn't include all of them, right?
No.
Apparently, it goes up to 50.
Yeah.
So I think that they're involved,
but they're loose. Like, hey,
they're all the same.
She was my Starbucks barista, and then she passed away from,
So I think that they're definitely involved in a few, but I don't think all of them. But there's too many to them to not be involved at all. There's too many for them to have completely full hands clean, and we already know that they're shady. Yeah. Like, let's be honest. Like, we don't need to have hard facts for them to amass hundreds of millions of dollars in net worth in 4 years without doing some shady shit. Yeah. Without abusing your connections.
I don't like their numbers. I don't like the numbers.
Yeah. But see, like, obviously we can say that about any politician because they're all doing it.
No, and it's not like not like they went out and they have like a fucking skin brand.
No.
That they like killed it on Amazon. And you're like, oh, okay. Like, they started Mint Mobile with Ryan Reynolds. You're like, oh, that makes sense. Good for you guys. No, they did nothing.
They did nothing. And it's magically worth quarter billion.
Exactly. Okay.
So I think they're involved in some, but not all.
And do you put more weight to before presidency or after?
I think they were already into like the shady dealing.
Yeah,
I feel
as
like
governor.
No, I feel like once you get to a level of like a senator or governor or congressman, you're already in the pockets of people, and you're already like you're already dealing. You're wheeling and dealing already.
Yeah.
You're already on the take.
You owe some favors already.
Yeah, your own favors, but you're trying to get your own favors now.
True.
You're fucking like So yeah, I think that there's definitely bodies on them.
Yeah.
Some of these are just too loose.
Stretch. Yeah.
But obviously the bodyguard getting shot 10 times, like, come the fuck up.
I know.
And being a bodyguard, this motherfucker hears everything.
I know. He knows all the things.
He knows all the late night rendezvous.
Yes.
He knows everything.
Literally, he knows if he sleeps in.
Oh, dude,
He's
knows
just like a lazy
everything.
bum.
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah. There's a good movie that you guys should check out. It's called The Ides of March.
I think I have seen it.
Sounds familiar. I
it's
never
with
watched that.
Ryan Gosling and George Clooney. And it was a remake of a Frank Sinatra movie a long time ago. Yeah, but it's a very political movie, and George Clooney is the perfect candidate. He's like Kennedy. He's perfect.
He's beautiful. He's fucking.
And Ryan Gosling is loves him, and he's like he's gonna change the world.
Yeah,
and then he's having an affair with an intern.
Of course he is.
And then,
classic.
And then he doesn't kill her, but he does something that kind of makes a horrible thing happen.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
So he's inadvertently responsible.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but he does something that's so heartless, and it makes some horrible tragedy happen.
Oh, he made her get an abortion or something.
Something crazy like that. And so I don't want to spoil the movie, but the point being is, I don't know. Maybe Eric, it's a good movie to check out in relation to this.
But Eric, to be realistic, the odds of me and Jorge watching this movie are as close to zero.
I can't even get to watch Dune, and I really want to go.
I've been trying to see Dune for weeks. I can't even make that happen. I literally can't make it happen.
All right. Well, basically, he's the perfect candidate, and everybody that is supporting him he's different.
He's
perfect.
He's different. They're always different.
And then right before he's elected, it's found out that he's sleeping with one of the interns, and she gets pregnant.
I knew it. It had to be like an abortion.
And then he says, "Hey,
take the pill.
Get rid of the baby.
Handle the problem."
And then she gets rid of the baby, and then she kills herself because she loves him.
Oh shit! God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like,
so it's his fault, but it's not.
Yes.
But he's not like.
Yes.
He didn't like do it.
I wouldn't. I don't know if he would be criminally. No,
you can't
he's
be.
not.
You
Yes.
can't be. No.
But you see what I mean? Like,
He's just an asshole. He's just a fucking asshole. Yeah.
That's actually a really good analogy or whatever it is. Like, yes, it's similar to this because it's like shit's happening to these people that are right around them, but maybe they weren't like.
He's like, look. He's like,
they didn't kill in or they didn't call in the Sicario and like take him out.
Like, look, I'm not going to touch you, but. If you don't kill yourself, then things could potentially happen. And anyways,
all right, there you go. That's the conspiracy of the Clinton body count. Everybody, we appreciate it, and a big shout out to Ashton. Thank you, buddy.
my dog.
Good one, Ashton.
Hey, me and Horny got your back, brother.
That's right.
I know, and thank you for the support, man. It really keeps the show alive.
It does, and hey, if you guys want to choose your own episode, you're just one click away, baby.
Yeah.
So sign up for the Patreon. How do they do that?
Patreon.com/theconspiracypodcast. Yeah,
and we also have a link on our Instagram.
Yeah,
we have a link tree now, which is cool.
Yeah.
And with all the links, and our Discord is like popping off. We actually got more chicks in the Discord than we have dudes now, which is weird.
Yeah, you can join for free too now. On the Discord.
But you only get general chat.
Yeah.
You don't get the premium chats.
Dumb.
You don't get the rich guy only chats.
Super dumb. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't join for free. Only pay.
No, again, we shout out our Patreon crew is getting a lot bigger every day. And so we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we love you guys. You guys are the best.
Yep. So we'll catch you guys next time.
Night and night.